Work with your host, Sean Myrie. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Well, recent news, recent news. This is local news, and it's, you know, the Real Toronto Podcast Wars. This is like a war of words. I don't know what to say, but yo, I just had to, make some content of it because people do make the content in the six about things like this. But this is a podcast war involving GTV and We Love Hip Hop. But somebody's been caught in between this whole war, as part of this war, Underground Nation. Well, how did this all start? Well, Gutsy from GTV and Friday from We Love Hip Hop, they had a relationship before in the past. Gutsy was a host on the We Love Hip Hop network for a couple years, and with Friday, the owner of We Love Hip Hop. And after when Gutsy had, left that platform, he created his own GTV, and ever since they've been going back and forth with the war of words, right? These two guys. So much back and forth, I can't even explain. They have a history of fighting on content. Now, recently, right, on GTV, their associate Underground Nation, bless up Oman Jankro, their associate um, Underground Nation, he was doing some things, partying, and a situation happened that Friday on his platform they made fun of him, right? Other people was joking about it too, right? But they made fun of Underground Nation for making some type of, I guess it was syrup. I don't know what it was. Throwing the syrup in the mouth or drizzling it down the mouth of Underground Nation and stuff like that. Normally, it's done to, or usually it's done to a female. But you know what? Uh, that is kind of, I'm not going to agree with that. I'm not going to say that is something what is a good look. It was a bad look doing that. You knew Underground, you knew people, I don't know if he doesn't know, but people were going to call him out for that, especially in Toronto, making another man drizzle something down your throat and stuff. They're going to bring up the gay stuff and all types of things. But now, from all of that stuff, because Friday's been cooking, I have to admit, Friday's been cooking this young brother a lot. He's been cooking him. He's been frying him up, right? And no joke, I have to admit, man, he's been cooking him. A lot of his content, he's been cooking Underground Nation. Underground Nation kind of responded a little bit recently with a diss track, but I don't think that's enough, right? There's a whole Bible of stuff they've been going back and forth with content, but now it's getting more serious with GTV, with Gutsy. Now people are calling each other, well, moms, they're calling suck your moms back and forth. That started with Underground Nation, right? Underground Nation was calling saying suck your moms to Friday a lot. And Friday will respond. I know from experience, he will respond. So suck your moms are going back and forth. But now it's even getting more deeper with Gutsy, right? From GTV. They're calling out each other's family members and stuff, right? Saying suck your moms to Friday, talking about Friday's moms that passed away, right? Man, they're getting personal. Uh, this a good look for Toronto? Is this a good look for Toronto? Like it or not, they see two black men or a couple black men fighting over content, right? And now Gutsy is going in on Friday. Friday is going in on him, right? I don't know where's this gonna. Is it going to end? How's this going to be? I think these guys should either have a debate, which I don't think Friday wants to do that, or have a boxing match, or just be quiet about this whole, or they don't want to be quiet, or just don't mention each other. Because if no one's going to box, if no one's going to debate, and you're just going to go back and forth with, online, that it doesn't make no sense, right? To continue this. But people are saying suck your moms both ways. I know Gutsy's been saying stuff about Friday's mom and saying that, talking about how he needs to have kids and shit. This is some of it, yo. This is some of it. Read it for yourself. This is what's been going on in the six. These guys don't give a shit. No filter, yo. Look at that. Let's take that in. No filter, right? No filter. So, what is this doing for the scene of Toronto? It's not doing anything. It's entertainment. It is entertainment, but it's not doing anything positive, right? These guys are going back and forth. Friday's accusing GTV Gutsy, the host, of being a PDF, saying that he basically pimped woman or something like that, because there was a news article a couple years ago out about uh, Gutsy, the host, but he came out and admitted it that that did happen, right? And then Gutsy is calling Friday out saying he's a woman beater. I heard rumors of that too from other parties. Can't confirm that. There's no paperwork that Friday is a woman beater, but there is paperwork the other way around, and that's what Friday is using against Gutsy right now. I got an invite link if any of them are watching. I already put out an invite to Gutsy, but maybe he doesn't want to come on because he just wants to keep battling with Friday online. No solution. Will there be a solution to this? Can't we all just get along? Can we? Can we all just get along? I don't think so. I'm hoping for some peace, some unity in the community. But when you call in each other's moms, like, suck your mom is dead, your dad is dead. That's why I hear Gutsy going nuclear on Friday right now. Your mom is dead and all this shit. And after then, vice versa, Friday's bringing up his past case and saying that he had to write some type of letter for Gutsy to get him, like, it's crazy. This is crazy, yo. And then this all kind of started, well, they already had beef for a while, but it kind of more ex- exploded, right, with the Underground Nation, right? Or reignited with Underground Nation. That's what's going on. So Friday's accusing Underground Nation of being a content thief, right? Being a content thief and a clout chaser. On Friday's platform, they had a clout chaser award that DJ Natural awarded to Underground Nation, and that made Underground Nation mad, and that's why he responded with "suck your mother" to Friday, and maybe even DJ Natural. He responded saying "suck your mother" and "goof," which those two words are fighting words, and I know Friday don't like those words. You don't like those words. No one likes those words. So, is there going to be a solution? Can people actually talk to each other? I don't know if it's behind the scenes or they both love content. So why don't you come on this platform, YouTube, and talk it out? Talk it out, right? Or just don't mention each other, because this is not making no one look good. Mm-mm. Gutsy's accusing Friday of being a woman beater. He's accusing him of being a woman beater. Friday. There's no paperwork on that. No paperwork on that. I haven't seen or heard anybody come forward to say that Friday is a woman beater. But there's paperwork on the other party, right? Which Friday keeps bringing up. And the thing about it, what people are calling maybe Friday a hypocrite, the only reason they're saying that because he knew about this a long time ago and he was on his show, right? When he had the situation, like this is before he was on We Love Hip Hop, a gutsy. So people are calling Friday a hypocrite because he knew this brother had whatever that was his past, and you still had him on your platform. So some people would say, what does that say about you? Right? Years ago, well, I had issues with Gutsy too. Well, not really no issues. There's no issues really. No real issues. There's only someone gave me that news, DM me that news about his past, and because me and Friday had a little, beef, if you want to call it, back a couple years ago, I put that out because someone sent it to me. That was my weapon. I didn't go searching for that news about Gutsy. I never searched for that news. Someone gave it to me and they said I should use it. So I did use it, right? But I never searched for that. I didn't know anything of that sort, right? So that's the news. They should stop the beefing. It's making us look really bad. Well, it's making Toronto look bad. Is this going to help? I don't know. Is it going to help? I'm gonna make you guys read this whole beef shit. What's going on? That's what's going on. Now you know. There's a lot of this. It's all over Twitter. It's probably in their stories. They are beefing back and forth. It's crazy, yo. It is crazy. People calling each other's moms and like call it saying suck your moms. Yo, Gutsy's going nuclear on Friday. Nuclear on Friday. He doesn't care. Friday don't care either. So it's just gonna get worse. I don't know. Toronto likes the fuckery. Toronto likes the beef. It's become part of the culture. So will these two guys actually squash it? I thought they would squash because I seen Friday big up uh, GTV, even Underground Nation. He's been bigging up Underground Nation for a couple months, Friday, and GTV, right? So Friday makes some jokes with his cast about Underground Nation, and then Underground Nation gets really upset, right? Really angry because of thing because of that content. I don't know, man. Can't we all just get along? I don't know. Can't we all just get along? I have a feeling this is going to continue. Maybe people just want to beef, right? Maybe people just want to beef. But this is the news. What's going on in Toronto, right? And if they don't come to a resolution, right, in a mature, I guess, conversation, it's just going to get worse, right? And you want to know why I'm talking about this? Because I'm a content maker from Toronto. And both of these guys, if you want to call it beef, I probably beefed with in the past. I did beef with. I'm going straight, right? So this is a podcast war for sure. For sure. This is a podcast war. Toronto podcast war. Because what they're saying, suck your mother and goof and bitch, all these words are coming out, but it's online, not face to face. No one is talking face to face at all. All of this is just responding, replying online on Twitter, the gram, and YouTube. No one has come face to face yet. No one is coming to a resolution. So my only analyzation of this, they want the beef, and it does bring the views. Trust me, the beef brings the views, right? But it all they always had beef for a while, for a couple of years, right? Both of these guys. But this really sparked off with Underground Nation. And if you're watching this, you could tap in. I have the invite link. I know you watch. So if you want, you could tap in because Friday's accusing you of being a content thief, taking people's content and not even asking them or even giving them credit. That's what Friday's saying, right? So, like he said, if I see this up on your platform, it proves him right. It will prove him right, right? So, this is starting to reignite the beef with Gutsy even more with Friday or whatever two platforms because of the Underground Nation situation. Now it's a something else. They're calling each other's mothers suck your mom, right? Is this going to help what everybody's trying to build? Is it going to help the scene? Is it going to help everybody? Or is it going to make us look crazy, especially as black men? You know, the stereotype. We can black against black. So is this just gonna be a show for everybody to see? Which it is. It's happening, right? Because I'm making content on it, obviously. So it is happening. But will we see them actually talk face to face, even if it's online? At least you hear them audio wise instead of this Twitter shit and this Instagram and this YouTube shit. Both, that's what I believe. If you have a problem with somebody, really, let's do it face to face. That's better, face to face, right? Like I said, people are criticizing each other. They will criticize each other's platforms, right? They'll criticize. That's the game, right? Podcast wars. So and content wars. So people are going to criticize each other's content. They're going to talk about what they do. They're going to bring up the dirt of this man pimping. And then now Gutsy's bringing out some more more new news to a lot of people that Friday, saying Friday allegedly beat woman or had beaten a woman back in the day and shit. So man, those are big words, man. I know that there's paperwork the other way, but like I said, Gutsy came out and he admitted what he went through. He's not hiding anything. So he's not hiding anything, right? Gutsy's not hiding nothing. And what else, whatever he knows extra from being around that platform, the other platform, he's gonna use. Can't blame him. He was a former employee. So some people will say that he's just angry because of, he's not on that platform, but Gutsy looks like he's comfortable with his own platform. So then he's saying he's the one who basically got that platform to get more attention. That's what Gutsy's saying. He got that platform to get more attention. But I'll admit this. When I discovered We Love Hip Hop, and I interviewed Gutsy a long time ago, I said, I found We Love Hip Hop through Gutsy. You get what I mean? It was nobody else. It was Gutsy how I discovered that platform. I didn't know what We Love Hip Hop is. And I was online from the city or whatever. I didn't know nothing about no We Love Hip Hop until we started our own platform, right? And then, you're in the algorithm, you see other people doing similar things. And it was Gutsy that I was watching on the platform. Most of whatever clips or the content when he was on there, it was just a different energy with Gucci. Different. With Gucci and Gutsy and Friday, and sometimes PK was on there. So it was a complete different energy. Now, I don't know. They have some new guys. I like them. DJ Czar, DJ Natural, Unfiltered. I like DJ Natural, straight up. And Dusty, still, right? So you can never deny the hard work Friday puts in. You can never deny that. If you deny that, you're a hater, and people are going to bring this age shit up. I think people should stop bringing this age shit up in regards to podcasts, because most podcasters are older and they have been through experiences. That's why they have a podcast. So they could give you their life experiences, and they have networked for years. That's why they could get certain guests on. Not everybody could do that. Not everybody could do that. Let me repeat. So this whole age shit has nothing to do with content or podcasts. I want to drill that in some people's head. The older you are, I would rather watch you or listen to you because you have experiences. I'm sorry. If you are in your 20s and you have a podcast, I will still support it. I'll still watch it. But when you talk about certain things, unless you tell me some good knowledge where you get from, I ain't not really tapping in to you. What are you going to tell me? Right? That's why if you look on the biggest content makers, they're probably in their 40s. Okay, you want to talk about Aiden Ross? He's a streamer. I'm talking about podcast. The podcast, right? It's people who are older most of the time. There's some young ones, but when I go listen to a podcast, I want to listen to people who are educated in whatever they're talking about or have the experiences. So having experiences is like education. So I'm going to listen or watch that because people have stories, right? Most of these new content makers, respect to the streamers, respect to some, but most of them don't show their face, or it's cut and paste content. Everybody does it. What cut and paste content mean is that majority of your content is taking other people's content and putting it with yours. So that, I don't respect that. I don't really respect that. I'm gonna be straight up. That is still, you support our respect. I know you support our. You should be getting an award. Oh man, John Crow, you should be getting an award. I know you support We Love Hip Hop. I know you support GTV, and you support us. So yeah, you do support. You should be getting a special award. Respect to you. I give you the flowers. You are real tapping in to the chats, right? But I don't know what you think about this. What you've been watching? What do you think about this whole podcast war beef? Because you got Gutsy fighting with Friday. I know you have the knowledge more than a lot of the people who are in the chat. What do you think about this stuff with even Underground Nation? I would love to know your opinion. I'd love to know your opinion, man. It's great. You think it's great content? Well, it is entertaining people. That's why I'm even doing the content. It is entertaining. I'll be straight up. I'm not gonna lie. It's entertaining because you got three guys, actually three or maybe four, all beefing. Because you got GTV or maybe more. You got GTV and We Love Hip Hop because the others on the network are gonna support their team, right? No matter what. Little too. It's getting personal now. It's starting to get personal. People are calling each other's moms, y'all. Perhaps a little too far. Yep, because they're calling each other's moms this, suck your mom that, suck your mom's this. Friday's mom's not around, right? And then after then, Friday's calling out gutsy, personal shit from, and he was on his show, right? Bigger fish to fry. Yeah, there's bigger fish to fry, man. That's why I'm trying to say that it don't look good, right? They've been doing a lot for a long time. 2026 is coming in. You want to go into 2026 with a big beef? Hmm? You want to go into 2026? Imagine now. I'm just going to put this. It might be fantasy. This might be a fantasy, right? But imagine if We Love Hip Hop and GTV, which I thought they were cool for a while, and Underground Nation, which I thought they were cool too, and the other podcasts, including us in Toronto, was showing more unity to each other, right? Imagine if you've seen all these parties actually starting to do content more with each other. Like you have your own platforms, but actually visiting everybody. Show. I know some people do that, but it's not enough, right? I haven't seen Gutsy since he left We Love Hip Hop on We Love Hip Hop. I haven't seen Friday on GTV since he started GTV, right? I haven't seen, let me see, what else platform? Okay, Underground Nation, respect to him, but he's new. Like he said, he's still new. These guys have history, right? These guys have history. So I don't know if Underground Nation will ever be on We Love Hip Hop's platform ever again, unless unless Friday's making content roasting the brother, right? But like I said, the best thing would be if everybody, which this is a fantasy probably, or had come together, some type of unity, right? That would make us powerful. But now we're gonna fit the narrative of the black on black crime, black man fighting black man, right? Brothers need to link. I could link with GTV, no problem. Bless up to Vegas. That's gonna probably come in the new year, maybe, right? If you're talking GTV, Six Buzz, and what's called Keep Six Solid. I don't respect because I don't see their face. I don't trust nothing where I don't see your face. Straight up, right? If I know you, if I meet you afterwards, like you actually do community events and you have a faceless page, I will respect you because you invited me and I see you behind the scenes. But if you're a person doesn't you just have a page and you're very big and when there's events I don't know who you are, shit. Fuck that. Rock Boy, I had a little beef with him too. Cause he was talking shit back in a couple years ago too. I blocked him straight up, cause he was the ultimate troll. He would be on everybody's Instagram live. He was the ultimate troll, but he's better now, man. I like his content. I like Rock Boy Ninja's content, but he was a troll years ago, or maybe he had to troll because people was bothering him, right? You think beef in 2026? Well, they're bringing it in 2026 in the mix. That's what's going on. They're bringing it, man. Gutsy is going off nuclear to Friday. He's going nuclear on Friday, and Friday is he has his war chest, like he says. he's hitting back Gutsy, man, digging up shit. Now, if both are accusing each other of abusing women, what does this do for their platforms? In regards, especially to the woman audience, what is this going to do to the platforms? Is it going to make it better or worse? Because one's accusing a man of being a woman abuser. Well, both are accusing each other of being woman abusers of some sort. Now, how is this going to help the platform? I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to help their platform. But yo, Gutsy is coming out hitting because he's kind of helping defend his team, underground, right? He's defending him in some type of way because Friday's been roasting him. Oh Lord, he's been killing the boy with content, but he came with a diss track. Underground came with a diss track. I have to give it. Is kind of creative. People could disagree, but by using the sample of Friday's voice, what he's saying, that was smart, right? Uh, Friday don't want to come back and with any raps. He's coming with content. He ain't coming out with no raps. He doesn't feel he should be wasting any energy on this. Really, he feels he should not respond with any type of raps. It's just content, but Underground made a track and he sampled Friday's voice, and it's I see why boy, you guys are deadly, man. This is podcast wars, man. But that story, people know about that shit. Him talking to interviewing a young man and asking him those questions. It's not like he wanted to do anything with him. He just asked him the questions, honest questions, if you, whatever you want to call it, right? He's asking him those questions. It's part of his job, but that it could have been something better to come back to respond to Friday. That one is a lot of people know about that underground. A lot of people know about that. So that never really hit Friday, right? But what's hitting Friday now is what Gutsy is talking about, calling Friday a woman beater. Fuck, calling Friday a woman beater. Mm-mm. And people do know the news about Gutsy. Not everybody, but they do. And he's hitting back. He's even talking more stuff. Guaranteed this is continuing all through to Christmas if they don't come with a resolution, right? Both are probably angry right now. Both of them angry. Underground Nation, I don't think Underground Nation cares. This is helping him in his he's probably thinking this is promoting him. All of this shit is promoting him more. Even if you don't think it's a positive shit, I could tell that brother don't care. This is promoting him. So Friday reacting to Gutsy and vice versa, it's helping Underground Nation. And all due respect to him, he keeps doing content, right? It's helping him. You see? So he's playing the game, you know. Even if we think that it's shame, he's playing the game because all he cares about is what he's doing in the at the end of the day. All he cares about is what he's doing. He's a young, so he's not gonna go by the same principles somebody who's 50 years old is going by or older. He's going to buy the principles that are now, right? And I know about this generation because I have youth them the same age. So this is crazy, man. What's going on? Brothers looking crazy in the six Toronto podcast wars. Shit. Underground Nation already apologized. He apologized now? Who did he apologize to? Who? Who did he, it's too late. That apology came too late, man. That apology is too late. Mm-mm. He cares. Underground Nation already apologized. Yo, that's late. Apologize? You know, you know how much content Friday made about him? I don't see Friday apologizing at all. He made at least 10 pieces. I don't even know how much he made. He made a lot of pieces on him. Apologized? Fuck. He apologized. Well, if he feels he done something wrong, I don't blame him. If he feels he's done something wrong, I don't blame him. I don't know what he apologized for because there's so much stuff what's going on. Maybe it's taking his content, taking Friday's content. That's what he's apologizing for. I don't know if he's apologizing for making that song. What he said, "Suck your mother." I don't know about that. So far, I haven't heard Friday apologize to nobody. And right now, there's a new battle. Forget Underground. It's Gutsy, right? And Friday. Forget the Underground. It's Gutsy and Friday, man. It's GTV and We Love Hip Hop. Underground right now is playing the game. It's helping him. This beef, what's going to keep growing online, it's going to be centered around even him because of what's going on with Friday and Underground. So now it's more amplified, right? It's more amplified. So now Gutsy is hitting Friday hard, bringing up some news, some accusations that he beat women. There's no paperwork for that. There's no paperwork, like people want to say. There's no proof. Never seen nobody come out say that, right? Never seen nobody come out saying that Friday beat any woman. But Friday has paperwork the other way. I'm just saying. Because people send the same shit to me years ago, right? And like I said, when I discovered We Love Hip Hop, it was through Gutsy. Because his algorithm must have been really bringing that platform up at that time. That was COVID times. So, yeah, I can't lie, he was big on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Underground's only 25. He's young. He has a lot to learn still, right? He got a lot to learn, Underground. A lot to learn. Like I said, if he's watching, because you know people tap in and out, there's the invite. The invite is there. But yo, enough of this, yo. Bless up. This is the Down to Earth podcast, Down to Earth Network with your host, Sean Myrie. Stop the beef. Let's have peace and have the relief.